It's a Legit Bag podcast. Man, rapping through so many episodes, man, I can't even remember which one it is, but I got a real special guest with me today. Coming in from Gary, Indiana, Almighty F.O.
Yes, sir.
I met Almighty F.O. the other night, man.
Literally.
He was on my block, man. He pulled up in a Lambo. So I had to, kind of go down and address the situation. He popped out, was shooting a video, and, I stepped to him and I found out who he was and saw he was up on the come up out here and all that. So I was like, yo, come through the show. Here he is.
Had to. I told you, I'm like, we for real.
Yeah. He definitely understands, opportunity, all that, just to, get out here and, chop it up a little bit about the music. So you from Gary, man.
Yes, sir.
What's it like out there in Gary these days, man?
To be real, is really nothing. That's why I'm out here. I'm trying to make connections.
Yeah.
Like, it's like we got a lot of talent there, but it's like it's no market, and that's what we've been really trying to do.
Yeah.
It's because it's really that's why so much violence back home is nothing to do. Like if you don't hoop, you got to rap. If you don't rap, you got you know how it goes. It's like a cycle.
Of course. Yeah, man. I like I was telling you a little bit earlier, man. I'm definitely familiar with Indiana. I used to live in Fort Wayne myself. Shout out to Indiana Tech. That's where I got my MBA. So kind of like yourself, man. Stayed in school, man. I saw you and your crew actually. Used to post up at IU a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just graduated from IU like
Okay.
a few months ago, literally.
Yeah. So you're a Hoosier, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was your experience there?
It was good. Like my senior year, that's when the quarantine happened. So I kind of like
Oh, shoot.
you feel me? I experienced my college, so it was good for me. Like, cause my senior year when the quarantine happened, I had to graduate anyway, so I ain't had time to BS or play around.
Right.
So like for me, my experience was good. But I know a lot of people younger, they hate it because
Yeah.
they ain't get the experience.
Yeah, I mean, there's like no parties going on there,
Nope.
nothing like that. I don't know if y'all got like a welcome week or anything, like where it's just like
we used to.
not
We
anymore,
used
huh?
to.
Well, they got to do that over like a Zoom meeting now or something. Right?
Probably. They probably turning up on Zoom.
Oh man, that'd be some crazy, some wild shit going on there, huh? On the
For
Zoom,
real.
a Zoom party? Are you kidding me? That's crazy, man. So like, were you like rapping at IU and all that, or like, what was the situation like?
Yeah, I started rapping probably like for real my sophomore year. Like I always rapped before then, but I ain't take it serious or like try to really dive deep into my sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's crazy because like I've been on the come up and I've been elevating, so it's like people back home, like not just from Gary, but like that's how I really connected. It's college, so you meet people from Fort Wayne now
Right.
all over the place. So that's really how I end up networking, and like people look at me as an artist. That helped me branch out with hella support. You feel me? It's not
Right.
I'm just stuck in Gary trying to get their support. And I'm like you said, like people from everywhere when you
Yeah.
just going to college.
That's I always say like, college to me was more like, I feel like it was like 60% academics, maybe the other 40% like just networking, or maybe the other way around. Really, it was
Yeah,
like maybe
really.
like 60% networking, maybe 40% academics if you really think about it.
Yeah,
Because I never had no type of employer ever ask me for a GPA.
for facts.
Just keeping a G with you.
for real.
So, I mean, it seems like you understand that concept really well of like networking and all that. You seem open, and like when I approach you and everything like
Yeah.
that. So, I see like on Instagram, like, man, you kind of like getting out there, man. I mean, I
Yeah.
see you in the studio in Atlanta. We trying to
Yeah.
get you to post up here with us in the
Man,
studio
we-
out here one
God,
time.
we
You know what I
will.
mean?
I told you I'm coming back.
Yeah.
In like 2 weeks. For
Yeah.
real.
Everybody says they're coming back in 2 weeks, and I don't see them. So
you gonna see me. I
all
guarantee.
right, all right. So in Atlanta, you networking out there? You tapped in with any artists out there or anything like that? Or?
Yeah. One of the producers, he an artist too, but one of the producers out there, I grew up with him, so that's really how I got that connect to just go down there, link with him, meet other artists, and he an engineer, and he engineered for like YSL, he engineered for a bunch of artists, so that small connect, he really been trying to put me on to a lot of people down there. Then I got some family that's from down there, so that's why I'm about to go back to Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
link with her, and she about to give me some more connections. I'm trying to
Yeah.
just network.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah. So networking. So what other things are you doing to kind of put yourself on, so to say?
Staying focused, just literally in the studio every day.
That's
like
it.
Literally, like
Yeah,
like,
that's it. That's it.
for real. That's
Yeah.
really it. Like
Yeah,
it's just
that's
that
it.
motivation, just
Yeah.
self-motivated. It's all like you just gotta be in tune with yourself.
Right.
Keep grinding. Don't let nothing distract you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What about like from a social media standpoint, man? Like, have you noticed like really, getting at other artists and really trying to get your music out on there? Because, for real, the way I look at it is, there's a lot of creativity, it seems like, in Gary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we can take it way back. That's where Michael Jackson's from, right?
Facts. Yeah.
So I mean, that influence is just in the air there,
Of course.
regardless. So but kind of tapping in with you a little bit, I noticed that your like videos are dope.
Yeah.
And you got some like dope concepts behind them. Is that is that your creative side kind of like managing everything, or is that you just kind of collaborating with other videographers and all that?
Really both.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really depends on the videographer and the song. Like if it's a certain song, I'm like, all right, I want this and this,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll talk to the videographer. But like I look at it as he's shooting my video, he editing it, whether
Right.
I'm close to him or not. Like so, I want to know what you feel me, because I don't want him just shoot me a video, throw it together. I want both our inputs, and then two are always better than one. So usually I just collab with them, but I come at them with an idea, or they come at me with an idea, and then we just make it work.
Yeah.
And then I try to. It's like how people network with a bunch of rappers instead of me. Well, I'm still network with other rappers, but instead of me just let me do a song with 30 different people, I'm like, I'm gonna just shoot a video, multiple videos with every videographer. I'm not just gonna stay with one. I'm gonna keep my main people that I'm down with, but I'm gonna just network with all the videographers, because I shot a video with somebody in Fort Wayne, Henny on Ice,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like that put me out in Fort Wayne just cause the videographer. So that you feel me?
So you got you know the concept at the end of the day. You seem real tapped in with networking, and that's more than half the battle in my opinion.
That's why I've been pressing it. I've been forcing it, because I'm like, I gotta get out my comfort zone, because usually I'm too to myself. That's why I literally stay in the studio. But I'm like, you feel me? I can't just stay in here, so I gotta make some shape.
Yeah, I look at like artists like that, like Gucci for an example. Like Gucci would go and get on anybody's track or let anybody come on his track. You know what I mean? And just the fact that he looked out for so many people. I mean, that's the way more artists got to be. You know what I mean? And just stay, humble and grounded and be like, ain't nobody too big, ain't nobody too small.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
That's what I've really been pressuring myself to stay in that type of mindset, because being in like negative environment or that energy, it's easy when everybody else is saying forget him. It's easy to turn into them. You feel me? So I'm like, all right. So I still try to be on the same thing, like you just said that Gucci was on. I still try to mess with everybody.
Everybody. Just
real.
anybody who reaches out to you. You definitely gotta. Just it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to do what you love. It's almost like if you did play ball. It's almost like somebody hitting you up going to an open gym. What, you don't want to get better?
Yeah, facts.
That's the way I look at it, just in the hip hop game.
That's exactly how I do it, for real. I just be like I literally treat music like basketball. Like, you go in the gym, you feel me? You got to keep doing it. That's how because I used to, so I just literally give it the same method.
I'm a process guy myself. I don't know if you noticed that or not. I like a good process. I was talking with him a little bit earlier about, good processes and everything. What's your process when, you're in the studio? Are you somebody who grinds at night and writes out everything? Or can you just go in the booth and just rip it? Because I ain't been in the studio with you yet.
No, yeah,
so,
really, I just go in the studio and rip it.
Mm-hmm.
But I be having my days, like it's some days where I done made a great song like in 15 minutes, but then there's some days it took me like a few hours to make a great song.
Mm-hmm.
But then you feel me? Like it's a different process, like energy. Like something might happen and I need to express myself, so I might just go straight to the studio and express it. Or I just might be in a good mood, so I just might make a song. So it really depends on the day, the mood. Like everything play a factor, really. Especially since I stay in the studio, like everything play a factor.
So on a Monday, you might make a dope track.
Yeah, like.
And Tuesday, might be
like
so-so.
It's sometimes I was on the road. It was sometimes like I done forced it, and then it was sometimes like I took a break, and it helped me. But sometimes taking a break kind of knocked me off. Like so, like it ain't no like specific process or method. It's just like basketball. You just keep going, literally.
Do you have a like if you write a song or if you go right to the booth, it's almost like when you're done recording it or however it may be, do you have a video concept already rolling in your head?
Not for everything. Sometimes though.
Yeah.
For certain songs, like if I'm coming on a song and I already know, like if it's a specific type of song, then I already know the vibes. Like I already peep the vibes from the jump. So it really depends.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. What other things you into, man? For real, like.
I engineer all my own music and other people's music, so audio engineer, mixing and mastering. I produce too, but I'm not the, you feel me? I'm playing my role until I'm able to focus more on producing. I shot videos before. I like doing that.
I can tell.
I'm gonna get deep into that. Of course, you know I'm an artist already.
Yeah.
And really, yeah.
Was it something like at IU that you also looked into? Did you major?
Oh
in anything?
Yeah. I majored in informatics and computing.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. So any like any media classes, anything like that you kind of like with video work?
I end up taking a few media classes because I really had to finesse to get into them, but I really wanted to do it for my own. You feel me? I was more interested.
Of course.
In
Yeah.
But I wasn't able to get all the classes since I went into media school, but I definitely finessed a few in there, but mainly it's just anything with technology. Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, like big universities like that, they're really sectioned off like into like the business, school. It's not like you can just go over here and say, oh, I want to, just be in that business. We got to apply to it. It's almost like it's like structured off like being a doctor. It's like, oh, I don't just go and take, classes to be a doctor. It's like I had to be in that specific program. So it's definitely kind of like a hard process to like focus on like one thing in school. I kind of feel like. So
like just to get into informatics program, I had to take all these math classes.
You're a smart dude, man.
Appreciate it. All these math classes that had nothing to do with informatics just to get into the school of informatics. And I'm like you said, they had you doing all this stuff and it'll distract you from the main goal, but you got to do it to get to the main goal.
That's it, man. That's
For real.
That's it. Shifting over into music, who did you listen to growing up?
Really, everybody. I'm not even gonna tax it because like I got a big family and like I listen to everything like from my parents playing either Tupac or Earth, Wind and Fire. I remember I was young, Dat Piff used to be hot. I'm only 23, but my brother's older and they used to put up all the Gucci mixtapes, Wayne. We had it on the speaking of informatics, I used to hack the little PS2s and Xboxes. And we used to put the Lil Wayne mixtapes on it. And then like we did everything. So I really just got that inspirational influence from like everybody, you feel me? Like then like my cousin, he might listen to straight trap music, then my other cousin might listen to straight R&B. So it's like literally just having that good ear.
Yeah, I was I had Earth, Wind and Fire in the house. The hip hop side to me was more like I kind of had to explore all that myself, but I grew up like just loving just like anything underground. I come from a different era where it definitely wasn't the social media era where music was super accessible to get. Like you caught one of the Dat Piff and all that, of course. Probably like the main
LimeWire downloading.
So you come from the Napster era then too.
Yeah.
Of course, LimeWire, Napster, all that, of course. So I remember I used to burn CDs off of like fully downloaded Napster. Peer-to-peer, what is it? Not peer-to-peer transaction. I'm thinking blockchain, but peer-to-peer file sharing back in the day and all that. That was crazy. That was a real shift in hip hop.
I used to walk around with a USB.